mic. I need the mic. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. That went well, didn't it? I haven't even poured the beer yet, so that doesn't bode well. Let's pour it. Cheers. Let me know what you're drinking in the chat. Would love to know. Got a Hobgoblin IPA here. Very tasty. Quite strong though, so I'll go easy. Anyway, let's see who's in. That was the dog opening the door. Ignore that. Jason's got coffee. Michelle, coffee. Well, Michelle, it's the morning there, isn't it? So probably a little bit early for something stronger, but yeah, no. Who am I to judge? Envias, you were in first as usual. Also, I'm not sure how long this hat's going to last. It is a little bit itchy, and I don't think it's a particularly good look for me with the size of my head. So we'll see how long I can last with the hat. Probably not very long. Helen was second in. Hello, Helen. Hope you're well. Femi, good to see you. Brian, hello. Bit of singing there. Tainted Love. Yeah, Brian, did you get the bickies this week? I'm not sure what that means, but it's a good question. Hello, Tux the Penguin. Nothing wrong with Bailey's in the coffee. Tux wants to go to bed. Beauty sleep indeed. Well, I suggest you go to bed after the stream. It's only an hour. We'll be done soon, and then you can go and get some sleep. Hello to Michelle. I don't know if I said hello to you, but I'm saying hello now. Hello. And Jason, hello to you. I'm already scratching this hat. RetroSetup.com, good to see you. Dave, hello to you. Phil, good to see you. Merry Christmas indeed. Carl, hello, how are you? Hope you're well. Lever Class, good to see you. You got ice cream and Bailey's together, that's good. Lee, hello as well. John Buckley, hello to you. Richard, hello to you in Northern Ireland. Don, you're drinking the Ice House IPA. That does sound delicious. Helen might have some mulled wine. Yep, certainly that time of year. Tosh, good to see you. And Leslie, hello to you as well. Yeah, that's enough hello. But hello to Mr. Stigier as well. And Basement Finishing Man. You're very kind. I really don't think I do wear it that well. So what are we going to do tonight? Well, apart from obviously have a few beers, or maybe one. I don't know if I'll be able to get through all this in an hour, but we'll see. Delicious. We're just going to be chatting. We're going to be reflecting on what we've learnt this year. I thought that might be fun. If you want to start me off on that, that'd be great. Put something in the chat. Let me know what you've learnt this year that you thought was really useful, and we can share it amongst ourselves. I'm happy to do some site reviews as well if you'd like me to. I've got one site on my list which we'll have a look at, which looks a little bit ominous. Yeah, we'll have a look at it. Not too sure about it, but we'll take a look. I'm happy to give you an update on Best Roof Box, because I've been doing a few things to it. I've got a video coming tomorrow with all the details, but, you know, I like to share that stuff with you guys first. You're like the VIP club, the live stream watchers. We need a name for us, don't we? But yeah, so I'll give you an update on that. As far as I can tell, we seem to be doing well. I've, you know, adding articles and still getting orders, so looking good. Liam, good to see you. I put up a video earlier today. I don't know if you saw it. I had a chat on Skype with Fix. I think it's actually .fix. I think that's how we'd like it to pronounce. He never corrected me during the call, but he probably should have done, because I've just been calling him Fix. I think it's .fix. Do you see that? Interesting guy. He's been a member of Project 24, and he makes videos about Project 24. And, you know, basically he likes Project 24. The thing that kind of came across from the call, I don't know if you saw it though, was, you know, he is having some success with affiliate marketing, but generally he's making more money talking about Project 24 than he is doing Project 24, if that makes sense. But, you know, I guess that's how it goes. I'm I'm sure his Amazon affiliate sites are also going to catch up with that, hopefully. But you know, when you've got affiliate programs like Project 24 is paying you $100 or something per sign up, you know, it's quite easy to make some money on those a bit more quickly than it would be with Amazon. Gaz, we've missed you, Gaz. I haven't seen you for a while. I know work and things have been getting in the way. Hello, Jill. Good to see you. But yeah, Gaz, good to see you back. Carl, you saw it. Good. Said it was great. Obviously not as good as the interview that I did the other week with some other guy. I thought that was much better. Anyway, Gaz, I hope you've got something liquid to consume. Okay, let's start. Let me give you a best roof box update. That'll get the wheels rolling, the ball rolling. Is it the wheels or the ball? It's one of them. Get something rolling. We'll get something rolling. Let's go over here. It's time for a transition. I should have probably put some Christmas graphics on or whatever, but you know my production skills, they're not the best, are they? Not the best. So the best I can manage is a Christmas hat. So I'm just going to do a quick transition to me looking this way. Still got the hat. And then let's see if I can find my screen. And we'll just get this webcam out the way. Let me get the chat somewhere here too. And then another little fade. There we go. Look at that. Spielberg would love that. Gaz is having a G&T in the minute. Sounds delicious. What's your favourite gin? That's a question to ask, isn't it? What's your favourite gin? Nivea says this year he has learned a lot. He's learned WordPress, affiliate marketing, SEO, Elementor, Google Analytics, copywriting. That's a lot to learn in 1 year. All very useful skills though. Leslie, debating signing up for Project 24. Well, what I got from the call with Fix and from other people chatting, who I've chatted with about Project 24, I mean, it is quite an investment. If you want a detailed plan in terms of creating articles and, you know, just getting some structure into what you're doing, then I think it's useful. I also think their community is very valuable. I think there's a lot of people in there that offer some great support. Yeah, but as Carl says, maybe if you put something in the Facebook group, we can talk about it a little bit more. A little bit more detail behind. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, we'll talk about it in the Facebook group. Leslie signed up with Carl's Keyword Care, which is great. I'm going to do a video. I am waiting to do my video on it. What I'm waiting for though is the content, because obviously Carl has provided me with lots of keywords. I'm now getting that content written. I want to get it published. I want to show the full experience, so that's why I'm not done that one yet. Cooper King gin, or is it Copper King gin? Cooper King, that's a great name for a gin. Usually Brockman's gin, but I've given a nice bottle of Beefeater Blood Orange gin. Wow. I should do something similar to Project 24, make it free ad supported. I don't know if I've got the kind of content that they have to offer. I could maybe offer a Discord server or something, but I don't know. Right, anyway, let's let me just get some things up before actually I bring the browser up. Just because, you know, I'm going to show some sensitive stuff probably if I don't do it this way. Especially in analytics, I always do that. How is your little project going, Carl, in terms of keyword care? How many customers have you got now? I think the keyword care is an interesting name. It sounds like, you know, when you've got some very old keywords that they just need a little bit of looking after, you would send them off to keyword care in their twilight years. But I don't think keywords do get old, do they? I'm sure they change over time. I am Santa's little helper. Helen thinks that there's only 7 orders. Helen's missed one. Keyword Care is Carl's new service where he basically helps you with your keywords. You sign up, he sends you a whole load of keywords that are perfectly picked by him, because Carl has discovered that during this process he's got a bit of a knack for finding some good keywords. So he's basically just sharing that with people for a very reasonable fee. Okay, so we got some stats up, and I've got the site up, and let's just get the earnings up, and then we'll have a looky. Okay, here we go, and I will get Ahrefs up. We love a bit of Ahrefs. Gaz, you should definitely give it a go. Right, now I'm ready to share my screen. Here we go. So, let me explain what I've been doing on the site. So we've obviously got some more articles. By the way, this is one of Carl's articles, I think. Is it Carl? Can you go for a car wash with a roof box? Yeah, that's definitely all yours. Got that one up, so that's interesting. I don't know if it's... I'm not seeing if it's ranking or anything yet. I mean, it's only been up a couple of days. Probably not. But we'll have a look. We'll have a look. Let's see what happens. No, literally, I did only put it up a couple of days ago, so that is too soon. It's too soon. I am actually ranking for 2 unrelated articles, so I'm pretty sure that once it does get indexed properly, it will rank. R7, don't worry about being late. Merry Christmas to you. So yeah, I've been adding some more articles. And so they're coming along nicely. I don't know how many are we up to now. Must be 70. Is it 70? I'm guessing. 70. It is exactly 70, in fact. So we're doing well. We're doing well. Is it too early for saying Merry Christmas? On the 17th of December. It's not too early. I mean, I do get annoyed when it's Christmas in November, but I think now it's time to get into it. It's time to get into it. I don't know why my watch is now talking to me. Turn that off. Other things I've done to the site. I've been working on the sidebar. So I've put some popular articles. They're popular because I've chosen them to be popular. So I think that looks better. If you remember before, all I had was some AdSense, and that was about it. Maybe some recent posts, can't remember. I've added this most popular roof box, and I've added some more recent post links, so there's a bit more. I think it looks a lot better. I'm thinking I might put AdSense back on. I've taken AdSense off because I thought it was slowing down the site, but I don't think it is particularly. I mean, it does affect the Google PageSpeed score, but yeah, I might leave that back on, but move it down a bit. So yeah, I'll do a video tomorrow and just show you how I did this, but basically it's just the bit of Elementor used as a widget, which you can do pretty straightforward. So it's this widget, Elementor widget, put on a sidebar. So yeah, that's about it in terms of change to the site. If we have a look at the traffic, by the way, that's when I switched over to Rank Math there. Look, there's no noticeable difference, I don't think. Looking at the last 30 days, we can see that we are still getting some lovely growth. 26% up on users, 27% up on new users, sessions 22% up, sessions per user down, page, I'm not worried about them. Stephanie, hello, how are you? Wow, Carl's built an entire site built upon KGR to test theory. Wow. Carl, when Stats got some data behind it, come back on the channel and let's talk about it. That sounds really interesting. So yeah, we still got some growth, which is good. If we look at Ahrefs, everything looking good. Traffic keywords up to 1,500 keywords we're now being ranked for. Over 1,000 keywords now in the US. So, wow, that's good. In terms of the money, this month so far, we're only halfway through, 139. So if we scale that up, although Christmas is probably going to mess stuff up, or could be possibly good, I don't know. I'm thinking we might be able to get 300 this month. Maybe. I don't know. Yesterday was good. We had 12 orders yesterday. 6 the day before. I mean, so there's like daily orders at the moment. Little dip there, but generally daily. Just need these green bars to be daily, and then we're going to be getting somewhere. Tux is having beer and marshmallows. I'm not too sure if those two go together, but good luck with that. So that's the update on Best Review Box. I'll do a proper video on it tomorrow. And hopefully there'll be some more earnings. I don't know, have we done anything today? I'm never sure if this updates in real time. Nothing today, but we'll see. It's early in America, isn't it? Okay, we're on to do the site review while we're on the computer, I guess. Thumbs up, Jill. I don't know if what is the thumbs up emoji? How do you do that? It is, Gaz. It is quite. I like checking stats on anything. That is one of the best things about affiliate marketing. I think just checking daily that your earnings, because they can change daily or hourly even. You can get a bit obsessed with it. You can just be continually refreshing your stats. It's not a good thing. I say you just check them once a day. I generally check these in the morning, and yeah, don't get too obsessed with it. Although it is very easy to get obsessed. I like the affiliate programs that send you an email every time you get a sale. They're the best. SiteGround is one, for example, that does that. So you just check your email and bing, you've got a sale. It's a great feeling. Envious. It says that Amazon gets updated every day. Probably only got another couple of minutes left on the hat because it's really starting to itch. So the site I've got to review is. I didn't even make a note who sent it in. And it's this. And this is one that I said I'm not too sure what it is. What is this? Let me see if I can find out exactly who sent it in. Completely. No, I can't find it. If you did send it, let me know in the chat. Maybe you're here right now. Emma JK, hey buddy, I've been, basically asked, is Income School good? Generally, it's positive. I say I did a video today with, or published a video today with Fix, who says it's very good. I do have an affiliate link with them, and I would appreciate it if you are going to be signing up. Then I'm going to put the link right in the chat right now. It's basically wpeagle.com/income-school. There we go. So yeah, this one, I don't know who sent this one in. As Phil has noticed, there is a problem with the icons. I'm really not sure what the business plan behind this is. So you're going to give away a free website, but I guess what you charge then for the get a free 2-page website. What is a 2-page website? 2 pages doesn't sound enough. I've heard of a 1-page website, but a 2-page website, maybe. my general feeling with this site, I mean, I don't want to spend too long on this site really, but I think it's just interesting sometimes to look at sites like this. My overall site is like, it's a scam. That whatever you're going to deliver me is going to be disappointing. Just because it's free. And I'm just wondering, personally, if I would never go into such a business because you just know that the clients that you get that want a free website are going to be a nightmare. You know that. There's also seems to be a problem here that you've got some mixed content issues there with the SSL. What is 600 plus guaranteed one-day reach? I don't know. So yeah, I don't know how about the whole concept. In general, the site doesn't look too bad. It looks a little bit... Well, maybe it looks a bit like the sites you're going to produce, I guess. Like, there's some spacing issues there. That space is too big for me, and there's no space at the bottom and whatnot. Thank you, Jill. Bye, Jill. As Adam says, it does seem a little bit scary. Carl, yes, I have got the snowball mic. I've got a couple of snowball mics. No, that's not a snowball, right? That's a Yeti. But this one I'm talking into right now is a blue snowball. It's a blue snowball ice. Yeah, so this thing, there's no more. So if you want me to do more site reviews, that's it. I haven't got any others to do. But if not, we can just go back and just chat. Maybe we could talk about your plans for 2020. My plans are obviously to get Best Roof Box going up to 4 figures and then sell it. That's the plan. I'm going to share with you exactly what I do and how I do that. The difference between the mics, the Snowball and the Pro, is a couple $100. Other than that, there's not a huge amount in it. I mean, the sound is better on that, I guess, but that's been harder to set up, and it took ages before. I played around with it for ages because the sound was rubbish on it. It was terrible. So, and that one you can hang from the boom. I know I'm pointing at it. Can you even see this? I'll pull it into the webcam a little bit. And let's get rid of this site in the background for now. This thing, yeah, see it? That's the Pro. Okay, yeah, we'll have a look at your site, your garden site, indoorhomegarden.com, Adam. That's fine. Yeah, Sean, that's right. It doesn't look great. Woo! But this site, Adam, wow. This site, let me... how much do I estimate that Roofbox owes me? Gaz asks. I'm bringing up a spreadsheet to answer that question accurately. I reckon Roofbox owes me about $5,000 in dollars. So I have slowed down what I'm spending on it. I'm not doing any silly $500 links or anything like that from Hoff or anything like that anymore. I am still buying content, but that's reasonable. So yeah, a couple more months and then get up to 4 figures a month. Reduce the costs on it by not buying too much more content. Sell it for 30,000 and I'll be fine, or more. I've been getting comments, well, not too many, but a couple of people saying, "Oh, 9 months, God, you spent so much money on it, you should be earning thousands off it right now." And I don't know if these people are serious or not. One guy, he said, "Oh, I've got a site 9 months old and it's earning loads of money." And when I questioned him about it, it turned out he had like 300 articles on it. So there's the difference. Phil says his plans for 2020 are new Spiderweb website. By the way, check out Phil's Spiderweb hosting if you haven't done so already. More SEO services, Management services, I think management definitely, because WordPress can be a bit of a pain to look after, especially if you've got multiple sites. Get more clients, more networking, and focus on existing customers. That's a lot. I think networking you do really well, but that's a slow process. Hello, JP and Fuerteventura. Stephanie, you're still here. Anyway, let's have a look at Adam's site because it looks really good. Microsoft Word now has dictation. How well does that work, I wonder? Right, let's have a look at this beauty of a site. This was Adam's site. Carl says he knows someone who spent $18,000 on his site. It's now 12 months old. It's now generating $1,200 a month, so it's working. Gaz, you're absolutely right. There is so many videos on YouTube and everywhere that say, you know, you should be earning money within a few months. But as we all know, realistically, this stuff takes time. It takes a lot of time. And, you know, it's very unlikely that you're going to be earning anything within 3 months, especially not big money. So, Carl, what your friend who spent $18,000 even on their site, what did they spend it on? Was it just content? Or did they spend it on other things? While we're waiting for that answer, let's have a look at Adam's site. So Tux thought that Tux immediately thought of cannabis when he saw that because it's got a green plant on it, and I don't know, Tux, is there something you need to tell us? Like a little burn now and again? When I first saw it, I just thought, wow, this is a nice looking site. Sean says, I've got a question. As mentioned, I design WordPress sites for a living, but it's still trading time for money. To not trade time for money, is the affiliate marketing route my best option? Yep, definitely. Personally, I think that's the best way not to trade time for money. But to be fair, with WordPress sites, selling WordPress sites, you can still get a bit of that because you can sell WordPress support, which is kind of selling time for money, but it's kind of not, because your clients will pay you every month depending on, you know, regardless of whether you help them or not. You help them, sometimes you don't. So that kind of is not. And you can also sell hosting, which is certainly not selling time for money. So there are some other ways that you can make money without selling your time with WordPress stuff. Stephanie, oh, you got to run. You should have more time next week. Well, that's a shame because I'm not here next week or the week after. I'm not going back till January now. But I wish you a happy Christmas, Stephanie, and a happy New Year, and we'll catch up in 2020, which is a funny thing to say. 2020. How can we be in 2020? That's like the future. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. If you could thumbs up, that does help me. We'll talk a little bit more about trading time for money in a minute. Let's have a look at this fantastic site that Adam has shared with us. So the niche, indoor home garden. So I guess this is all about indoor plants. I like this. This border's too thick, just in my opinion. And it's got square edges, whereas this has got round edges. I'm being picky. These have got round edges and that's got square. I think if you're going to go round, go round. If you're going to go square, go square. Maybe don't mix up the two. But I'm not a graphic designer. I'm just guessing. The thumbnails are not all the same size, which is making this look a little bit weird. Now, I know you're using the Elementor widget there. On mine, I'm using the UAE, which is the Ultimate Add-ons extension, which is this one, which... This is the link, and this is an affiliate link, which I'm just going to pop into the chat. I like the recent... Oh, that should have had an S on it. Hang on. Now, you know, the recent post that comes with Elementor is fine, but this one I just think is way better, the one that comes with this. Also, you get your affiliate tables with this as well. or your tables, I should say. You can use them for whatever you like. I use them for affiliate. This one, you get the posts, wherever it's gone. Table of contents, I never use that. I should try that. I should play with it. I should, rather than using that plugin, I should use that one. What's it like? Let's have, I need to have a quick look now. But yeah, I recommend it for the recent posts because they look so much nicer, I just think they do. Oh. Adam, you are a graphic designer. Well, it's fine. Your site just needs, I just think you need a little consistency. Yeah, look, there's so many things in here. Look, there's table of contents. It looks alright. This post doesn't even have a table of contents actually. I don't know how that got missed off. Not sure if I like the styling on it, but I guess, you know, you could play with all that in here, couldn't you? Interesting. I'm getting distracted, but I'll have a look at that. Thomas says, what is the most you've made from an affiliate marketing site? Well, I make my entire living off affiliate marketing and off AdSense, if that answers your question. And what, my annual earnings are around 100,000 a year. If that clears it up for you. I think you might get on, Adam, better with this widget anyway. Let's go back. So your niche is home plants. Let's have a look at one of your articles. Why are my money tree leaves turning white? Where's your featured image here? I don't know where that's gone. It may be if you're using a custom template, Elementor template, you need to add the featured image to the top. I think it looks better. I like your contents. Maybe it's not quite, I don't know if it's quite long enough. So I've got a video tomorrow where I'm going to be showing you how to do this sidebar a little better than just this recent post. You don't seem to have any featured images showing, which is a little weird. Don't know if that's just something you've done, because if you go into like my areas here, you know, you've got to have the featured image. It really brings everything alive. Alive. Thomas, AdSense are the ads that I did have on the site, but I've taken them off. I'm going to put them back. So it's Google AdSense. It just allows you to put adverts on your site. I also get Google AdSense revenue from YouTube. But Adam, just to finish off, I think your site looks good. I think it needs a little bit of tweaking, as you probably know. But then they always do sites. The homepage first impact is great. I love the logo. And the colour scheme, everything is really nice. Maybe try out that UAE Elementor add-on and try their recent post widget. I think you'll find it makes these look a lot better. Adjust this border, make it a little bit thinner, maybe not quite so dark. And keep going. Keep adding content. And at the end of the day, the most important thing you can do with the look and feel is not actually that important. It's really all about adding some great content. And I see that you've been adding numbers, which is a good thing. Oh yeah, you got social media here. Let's have a look at the Instagram. Very nice. Now you could pull this stuff into the site. There's a number of Instagram. Oh, where's your site? Another number of Instagram plugins for WordPress. I think I may have done one a while back. I don't know if I'm going to come up if I search for it. Am I? Oh, there we go. Wow. 6 years ago. That video is a bit out of date. I need to do a new one on that. Look at that thumbnail. Let's have a look at this. It's going to be embarrassing. Wow. Those were the days, eh? We're all going to have best roof books clones. Yeah. I have wondered, because I mentioned earlier that my plans for next year are to build best roof books up to 4 figures a month and then sell it. Wondering what effect all the YouTube will have on the sale, whether people will not want the site because I've shared so much about the site that they'll be just worried that people are going to copy it or whatever, I don't know. And the fact that there's a load of other sites that look very similar. Just wondering whether it'd probably be a negative thing, won't it? I guess I need to come clear about that when I do sell the site. So maybe I won't sell it, maybe I'll just have to keep hold of it. I don't know, we'll see. What do you guys think? Do you have any other niche ideas for after you sell roof books? Maybe. I haven't really thought about it too much. Leslie, in 2020, I'm going to focus on adding as much content as possible. I tend to get a bit distracted by making things look nice. Yeah, don't we all? It's all about the look rather than the... It's all style over substance, I guess you'd say. But you really need substance. That's what's going to bring the money in. Right, I'm just scrolling back through the chat. What did I miss? Would a review site on trading broker services for stock crypto be considered too competitive? Probably. That would also fall heavily under the EAT part of Google's, so the expertise, authority, and trust. Anything in finance is going to be a struggle, especially crypto. Femi, let's have a quick look at your site. This is an interesting niche. It's an interesting colour scheme you've gone for there. Leslie, are you asking Adam about his logo? For my logos, I use templates off Graphic River and also Canva. Can't exactly remember how I made my logo either. Trader says, what's the expected multiples on a website when you're selling it? At least 5 times. Often 10 times, often more. So, if your site's doing, I don't know, 3,000 a month, it's worth at least 30,000, I'd have thought. I think it's around 10 times. Have a look on Flippa, you'll get some ideas. That's Flippa, FLIPPA.com. Wow, this is a wild party. Yeah, look, I've nearly finished my beer. Can't you see that I'm starting to slur? And we'll have to put the music on soon, but I don't want to get copyright strikes. Femi, yeah, the links I bought from the Hoff did show as links in Ahrefs, so I'm not quite sure of the impact. I mean, I'm not seeing a massive spike in traffic or anything, so we'll see. Right, Carl is saying that it's around 27 times your site's income. So if your site's doing 1,000 a month, it should be worth 27,000. Wow, I didn't realise it was that high. I was going like 5 or 10 times, but that's like standard business, isn't it? Throwing Spice says an interesting project would be to buy an affiliate website on Flipper and do it up and resell. It would be. I'm going to make a note of that. Can I steal that idea? Because I could do that. Phil is saying it's 36 times. Wow, so if your website's doing 1,000 a month, it's worth 36,000. Wow, that all sounds fantastic. 6 times, 10 times. What am I talking about? I will do a flipping project case study video. That'd be good, wouldn't it? There's a guy doing that on YouTube. Who's doing a flip on YouTube? Surfside PPC. Not heard of them. Let's have a look, see if we can find them. What an interesting name. 64,000 subscribers, twice as good as me.
Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today is going to be our Facebook ads tutorial.
Right, the hat's coming off now. It's too uncomfortable. I'm scratching too much. I purchased a website from Flipper. Okay, I'm going to have to check these guys out. Thank you for that. But anyway, let's have a quick look at your site. What's the theme? Generate Press, not really familiar with it, but I think the niche, I mean, it's pets obviously, but it's very specific, so you should probably be okay. Interesting subject. I mean, I guess there's quite a lot to write about. Isn't content that's reason to put a dog down? No, people don't search for that, do they? You just get some propylene. The drug. I know I've got a 14-year-old Labrador. I know what dog incontinence is like. Cranberry juice. Look at the puppy. I think you're in an interesting niche. I think the site looks good. Say, interesting colour scheme. I'm not too keen on this theme, but it's fine, isn't it? It does a job. That's all you need it to do. Got some products in there. That looks nice. That's really nice. That looks a little bit like it's from one of my tutorials. There's nothing, no glaringly obviously wrong problems. Cole said he sold 2 at 27 times. Wow. Robert Evans says, how can you determine the effectiveness of keywords in other countries when SERP is based on your IP address? A VPN is probably the best way to do it. I'm not going to connect my VPN now actually because that will probably disconnect the stream when it. But I use a VPN, and then generally VPNs allow you to choose which country that you want to be in. Yeah, I definitely recommend Phil if you want help transferring anything like websites and stuff. Anyway, that's enough looking at the computer. Let's just finish off with some chats. I'm going to transition myself over to the other camera. Like, transition! Still got a little bit of beer left, so the timing's going to be perfect. Panagiotis, I can check your site, although I have just come off the computer, but we can go back, Put it in the chat and we'll have a look in a second. So Cole's had a bit of experience selling sites. It is sometimes a little bit of a faff, isn't it? Because you've got to move everything over. They've got to update all the affiliate links and all that kind of stuff. But Phil, I certainly think that that would be a great service for you to offer as actually like a packaged up service, the site moving. Because it's a question I get all the time and I don't want to get involved. So if they've got a new host and they need their site moving, if they've sold their site and they need it moving, I just think a lot of people just don't want to do it. It's too complicated and too scary. What's on my Christmas list? I haven't got anything on my Christmas list, Gaz. Be happy just relax with the family, have a few beers. That's all you need. I don't need anything else. If I want anything, I buy it for myself. So we don't really do gifts in our family. The kids, obviously, they get their gifts, but we don't bother, because anything I buy my wife, she's completely disappointed with it. I just can't get it right. So, well, it says, did the buyer write a check or PayPal? Generally, people pay for their sites via PayPal, or if you're using a seller like Empire Flippers or Flipper, they could be a middleman and use escrow and things. Carl, I think you'll be very close to quitting your job next year, definitely. Jamie says, do I have a 9 to 5 or do you do this full time? I do this full time, Jamie. I haven't had a 9 to 5 for 16 or 17 years. Scott says, how about we all start back linking to each other's sites and improve rankings? I'm not sure that would help. If we've got complementary niches and content, that may benefit, but generally swapping links and stuff doesn't have a lot of benefit. Good, I will purchase that service when I sell any of my sites, whatever. Michelle's doing Christmas shopping. Oh, God. Is Google Cloud good for hosting WordPress website? I've never used it. I'm sure it's fine. Panagiotis. No, I'm not pronouncing your name right, but if you do want to review site, you've got a couple more minutes. Otherwise, it'll be too late. Tuck says 9 to 5s are scary once you've been self-employed. Yeah, I honestly don't think I'd be able to get a job now, because they'd say, what have you been up to the last however many years, and I'd say making YouTube videos. Yeah, that's not going to sound good, is it? The chat auto deletes my site's name. You don't put any dots in, just kind of write the domain dot with the word .com. That should be able to trick the robot. We can trick the robot. Leslie, you are not the dunce, and there's always stuff to learn. Don't worry about it, just take it all in your stride. Just start doing stuff and you'll learn it as you come along. I mean, a lot of these guys that have been doing it for a couple of years now, myself included, and we all made loads of mistakes and didn't know what we needed to know at the beginning, and we still don't. We're far from experts. Just, you're already going in the right direction, you'll be fine. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about, we were talking about selling time for money and residual income, and I saw a video on YouTube the other day, a couple actually, I can't remember the channel now. What's he called? Miles Beckler. Any of you guys watch Miles Beckler? He does a lot of affiliate stuff. He does some good videos. I noticed he does a lot of his videos in one take, which is always very impressive, I think. It obviously saves time on the editing, but I can never record videos in one take. If you saw me making my videos, I have to record the same thing 10 times. Walt says, I wonder if it is ever a good idea to sell an Amazon affiliate website. I'm getting distracted again, hang on. I can see an argument for taking the 20k, but on the other hand, if you had more sites active, you could get incremental streams. That's true, but you never know the length of a niche. I mean, there's always going to be things happening, or the length of time that a site's going to work well in a niche, because there's competition, that things change. So when it's got to a point of success and it is worth a lot of money, you know, and maybe you've got a mortgage or other stuff that you want to pay off, that lump sum, you know, you could just pay off your mortgage or whatever. Or you could then invest it into other projects to kind of diversify your income stream. So I do understand, and it's an interesting question that comes up a lot. You know, why would you sell a site when it's earning you a couple of thousand a month? Why would you sell it? Because when you're getting 26 times or whatever, 3 years worth of revenue, it's sometimes nice to get that revenue in one go, because you can do other things with it. You can use it as a lever to do other things. Right, I've got your site now, Panagiotis. Right, they're the last two, Panagiotis and Mipshas. That's it. But just quickly on the residual income, I don't think there is actually anything. Well, residual income isn't an actual thing, because even with affiliate websites and stuff like that, you still have to keep working on a site. They still need, maintenance. They still need content. If you're going to pay people to do that, those people need managing. So I think it's really hard to find a true stream of residual income. I don't know, what are your thoughts on that? Let's have a look at them two sites before we run out of time. We're going to just quickly do a quick transition. Let's find the chat. Buy tech for kids. Okay, here we go. Okay. My first impression was, whoa, that's a big image across the top. But that's fine. No logo as such, just a big banner. That's fine. What is this? Is it X theme? No, it's type. I think this kind of article could be tricky with to rank with, because it's kind of kids and possibly medical, possibly psychology type thing. Again, it falls heavily under eat. The site looks good, though I'm not a huge fan of these themes that are just kind of posts and nothing else. I always feel like there should be something else on the homepage, but that could just be me. The footer, I think, needs a few more things. You could have some links to other pages. In fact, you need other pages. Oh, you have got a privacy policy. But I would link to those. I'll take them out of here and I'd put them down in a footer menu. And just add a few more things to this footer rather than just this lump of disclaimer. Looks like you've got a lot of content, which is good. Interesting related posts plugin. What's that one? Oh, you got like this related posts and these related posts. I'm not sure you need both. And also, related post plugins can really have an effect on your site performance. The middle image of the sad kid doesn't look right. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's all right. I was thinking this scooter one doesn't look right because all the rest are kind of blocks and this one's on a white background. It looks a little bit odd. I think your site's good. I'm not sure about the niche though. I mean, I guess that you're doing some keyword research around these. It might be good to add some numbers, as we've already spoke about. That it's good to add numbers. So best folding scooters, are 10 top picks. That image is not great. That looking a little bit weird. That table of contents might be better a bit wider. But other than that, I don't think you're making many mistakes, really. It looks fine. You probably need to add a sitemap. You haven't got a sitemap. Always a good thing to have. And I'd have a privacy policy and a terms thing. Just follow the SEO checklist that Phil kindly shared with us. You'll find that at WP Eagle. Pastor, good to see you, Pastor Duke. What do you not part of Miles Beckler's worldview are you not into? That's an interesting comment. Pastor says this site might benefit from a bit of Grammarly. Fair enough. I'm not one really to judge on grammar. I'm not very good at writing myself. Femi, who are you talking about buying? Oh, Phil's service. Yeah, Phil, definitely recommend. Hello, Annette. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you, Arthur. Emmanuel, we are going to look at your site right now. This is the last one of the night. Or did I miss... No, we're not going to look at your site, actually. I'm not seeing your site. We are going to look at... I've lost it. Oh no. allustudio.co.uk. Mishas. New Age spirituality. I've not noticed any of that with Miles. Maybe I've not watched enough of his videos. Okay, this site is slow unless I've typed it in wrong. allustudio.co.uk. Was that right? Okay, I did get it right. So the site is slow, which probably needs a bit of work. I don't know who your host is. Hopefully not SiteGround. If it is SiteGround, have a word with them. If it's not, move to SiteGround. Or speak to Phil and he'll move you over to an even faster server. Devon, I don't think your question was answered. I think I might have missed it. The chat sometimes goes too fast and I miss stuff, I'm afraid. I'm just scrolling up, but I can't see it. When did you ask it? I'm scrolling, still scrolling. Devon, if you buy an age website and change the titles to better keywords, would this work? Yes. Should do. That'd be kind of like a basic flip, wouldn't it? Buy a site with that's got some articles that have not been optimized and just need a few adjustments. Perfect. M&JK, suggestions on how one would monetize a website about stuttering and stammering. I'm guessing there aren't too many products around that, so it'd be purely through ads, I'd have thought. There may be some products on ClickBank and stuff like that you could possibly promote. Beer's nearly finished. Stream's nearly finished. That's good timing. What is this theme? Astra. Astra's so flexible, it's very hard to recognise it, isn't it? Jules Factory, good to see you. It looks a little bit general. That's all I'm going to say in terms of the niche selection. I mean, it's all of everything, is it? The site is slow, and I'm guessing it's because it's running WooZone, which does slow things down. If you're going to run WooZone, you need fast hosting. Jules Factory says, I had a burning question. I bought a new domain. It turns out to have 67% spam score. Doesn't have any backlinks. It must have some backlinks if it's got a spam score of 67%. Adam says, are you going on I'm a Celebrity? Get me out of here next year. No, I haven't had the call yet, though. But if I do, I'll say no. Because I don't want to be eating some, rhino anus or whatever. You see, this site is just too slow. I can't really even review it because it's going so slow. Look at the Christmas page. Okay, where's the Christmas page? Ah, here. Of course it is. It's just all too general though, isn't it? I mean, it's just clothing or whatever, and a niche site, in order to do well, needs to be niche. Then I've got a 404. I think generally it looks good, but the site is really slow, and I think the niche is too broad. Sorry. Are you getting any traffic or anything at the moment? James asks, Alex, how long was it from making decent money at affiliate marketing before you packed in a normal job and made this a full-time job? Well, if you look at my other channel, that's my story slightly different, because I jacked my normal job in, I say 15, 17, 18 years ago, to set up my own business. So I set up my own Wi-Fi business. And then after that, long story short, I basically got into AdWords in a big way in Google Analytics, and had an agency in AdWords and Analytics, which was very successful. We ended up having an office in London, corporate clients, making loads of money, all that kind of stuff. And then I took investment in that business that didn't work out because me and the investor didn't get on very well. I should have seen it coming. Again, long story short. And he bought me out of my own business and gave me a ton of money. And it was that point that I then had a bit of time, and I started doing a bit of consulting and a bit of YouTube, and that's how I got into affiliate marketing. So I didn't really have a job at the same time. I literally left my job and jumped straight into doing the Wi-Fi stuff with a little, I think I borrowed 10 grand off my dad to do that. Mika, yeah, this might work better as a dropshipping site, as someone has just said. Come back in next year when you've made a few changes, we'll have another look at it. But I think we're nearly at the end. It's flown by, hasn't it? Well, the whole year's flown by, if we're honest, hasn't it? Time in general just stampedes on. Let's do one last transition. Before I go, we've got 75 people watching right now, which has got to be a world record, or at least a WP EAGLE personal record. Do thank you, and it leads me nicely on to what I want to say at the end. I put up a message just the other day. Was it yesterday? Might have been the day before. So time keeps marching on, I lose track of it. The channel hit 40,000 subscribers, which just blew my mind. Blew my mind completely. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, really. And you know that I really appreciate each and every one of you that watches my videos, and even more you guys that join me every week on a Tuesday, used to be on a Wednesday, upon an evening, and sit with me, and we do this live thing, and you give me loads of questions and we chat, and you know I just really appreciate it, because I still can't actually believe that there's 72 people right now that haven't got anything better to do on a Tuesday evening than watch me and talk to me and all that rest of it. So really appreciate it. I just wanted to say thank you very much for, you know, enabling me to get to 40,000 subscribers, enabling me to live a lifestyle off this channel and off YouTube and off affiliate marketing and all the other stuff. And yeah, I'm looking forward to spending 2020 with you guys, and I really hope that a lot of you find success with your projects and your websites and all the rest of it. And personally, I hope that I can make some better videos for you and just do some stuff that that you like and that you get some value out of. And yeah, thanks very much. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, I really appreciate your support, your views, your likes, your comments, all of it. Just, you know, it's fantastic. And on that note, before I well up and turn into a big babbling baby or whatever, see, I've had one beer, you see, and the emotions are running away. But before I go, I will answer a few more questions. Yeah, thank you, Carl. I think when I called it a party, I think I maybe have slightly over-egged it a little bit. It's more of just a slightly merry stream with one beer. NVS says, I really need 10 hands so I can run my 7 other projects. You just need to get a good assistant or someone to help you out like Helen. Walt says, hey Alex, have you heard of anyone using Google Trends to select a niche? Google Trends is a very useful tool. I'm not sure if you could select a niche of it, but you could definitely research a niche with it. Find out if it's seasonal or whatever. Thank you, Helen. Again, Helen, I really appreciate all your help, especially on the Facebook group and everything else. It really does help me out that you're a moderator and you know, a bit of a gatekeeper on that group. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Carl. I'm proud of you as well. You've come a long way since you first started commenting on my stuff. I think your new service is going to do great, your keyword service. This time next year, Rodders, indeed, Phil. Indeed. We're both going to be flying high. I don't think I'll ever have a yacht, Walt, but hey, you never know. Tuck says, you're a nerd for live events and you watch the election for 8 hours. Oh, I do. I don't know what to say about that. Thank you, Pastor Duke. Really appreciate your support and comments. The Jules Factory says, would a free word domain that still looks good but is pretty long be a bad option? Not necessarily. I mean, obviously, if you're going to set up a small business or some sort of brand, you wouldn't want a massive long domain name to, you know, tell people. But I think for an affiliate site, it might be okay. James, get your invoicing done. That's the most important part of running a business, is getting the invoices out. That gets the money in. You should only get emotional after cry if someone gives you a ton of money. Certainly true, Walt. By the way, the super chat button is over there, I think. No, you don't. I had some great super chats last week, didn't we? It's up to like $30 or something. Scott's now up to £160 a month. I'm sure it's not down to me. It's down to your hard work, Scott. Now you can get a Lambo. I'm not going to buy a Lambo, even if I could afford one. R7. You know, when I was young, I thought that I wanted Lambos and stuff like that, but I want an easy life. I want time, and I think a Lambo would make my life more difficult, more complicated. It's, you know, it's like, it'd be like wearing a tuxedo every day, wouldn't it, a Lambo? It's not practical, it's not useful, you know. The servicing would be a nightmare. I wouldn't want to park it anywhere. It just adds stress to my life. I don't want stress. I want to remove stress. I want easy life. I want plenty of time to do what I want. And things like Lambos and big houses and yachts, they add layers of stress to your life. And ultimately, that's what we want to remove, isn't it? That's why we do all of these things. We want to free up time and reduce stress and just enjoy the good life. And Lambos and big houses and yachts and all that, they don't bring any of that. They just add complication and stress. So just, you know, a Honda Civic or whatever is fine. You just want a car. A car's to get you from A to B. It's not to, you know, you're just making statements with those things because you want other people to look at you and go, oh, he's successful. But why? Anyway, that's probably for another video on the other channel, maybe. Walt says, I feel like I'm selecting a good domain name. Seems crucial for a site. The domain name is actually not that important. Don't get too stuck on it. Just get something that's free and does the job and go for it. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm sure your website will pay off eventually. Yep. That's all a car needs, is a way to plug your phone in so you can listen to your music and your podcasts. Exactly, Nivias. And as Adam says, I probably have had too many beers. I've had one, and did I say that it was 5.3%? That's quite strong for a little beer. So that is why I'm being philosophical. Philosophical, I can't even say it, about Lamborghinis and yachts. Can you fit a tow bar to a Lamborghini? No, and you can't even fit a roof box. Or maybe you can. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think materialistic things help in any way, shape or form. Whatever. You may have, you know, a little while back I did a recommended YouTuber video. And one of the YouTubers I recommended was Alex Becker, which I know a lot of you don't like. But he's now got to this point in his life where he has got rid of the Lambo. He used to do videos, do you remember, in his kind of garage or wherever, and he had the Lamborghini or the Ferrari in the background and, you know, flashing all the money, the big watch and all the rest of it. And he's actually now realised that all of that stuff is just a complication, and he's just sold everything. Guy's a millionaire, he's got nothing. That's true, Adam. I was just thinking that one of my site images on Best Roof Box is a Lamborghini roof box, so I guess you can, but it's not practical. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to go. I'm going to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will be back in January in 2020 with more live streams and more videos. Hopefully we'll get a couple more videos out this week, and then it probably will go a bit quiet on the channel as I'm doing Christmas stuff and all that thing. So won't be much from me, but I will be back in January regenerated, rejuvenated, refreshed. I can't think of any more words that begin with re, but you know, you get the idea. I'll be back. I hope you all have a great break and a great Christmas and a happy New Year, and that you look forward in 2020 with optimism and hope and with some great targets, and that we all try and achieve our goals in the new year. But yeah, thanks very much for your company this evening. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much for all the questions and all the chat. It just makes these streams, you know, what they are. Wouldn't be the same if it was just me chatting to myself. I really do need you guys to make this worth watching. But anyway, Merry Christmas to everybody. And I'm going to do the infamous countdown. If I can find the button. Oh, Walt, you did send a super chat. When did you do that? Just now. $7.77. Thank you very much, Walt. I do appreciate any super chats, but that will cover me a beer or two. Thank you. But let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a good Christmas.